Welcome to the NA3HL show for Monday, February 10th. I'm your host, Russell Kelly. We had 5 games yesterday. First one, Austin. El Paso went to Austin to play. And Austin won 7-1. The goal scoring started at 1:59. El Bitterville. And then again at 14:42, D. Santa scored a goal that made it 2-0 at the end of one. Shots on goal 11-16, favor of Austin. Second period, T. Forgrave, it started it at 2:19. The second, making it 3-0. G. Toker skill at 5:41 made it 4-0. K. Gordon scored at 7:03 of the second, making it 5-0. And that's the way the second period ended, and it was 13-7 in favor of Austin in shots after 2. And then P. Forgrave scored his second of the game at 5:03 of the third, and then E. Salter made it 7-0 at 11:44. And El Paso broke the shutout bid at 14-19. A. Nathan Shack scored the goal, and shots at the end of regulate 24-11 in the third, totals 53-29. Graybill and Yarrow were the goalies. Yarrow got the win for Austin. The next game was Atlanta going to the Texas Roadrunners. And this was actually not it was close at the end of one. 24 seconds in, T. Ward started scoring for Atlanta, making it 1-0. And then Y. Pavisky made it 2-0 at 7:02 of the first. And then Texas scored at 9:54 on a goal by C. Blake. Shots on goal, Texas 14, Atlanta 10.
Hey, is that hairdresser still there?
But the score, the final score was 11-5. In the second period, Texas scored first. At 10:02 on a goal by W. Sweeney. Texas scored again at 6:56. No, 6:56. J. Cox. Atlanta scored at 8:45. T. Ward. Then at 10:02, it was Sweeney for Texas. 10:37, W. Haskett. And at 12:02, W. Maheen scored. And then at 12:21, W. Maheen scored. And at 15:15, T. Ward scored again. So at the end of 2, it was 6-4.
Yeah. Gas over at the res where he's at is $2.40.
How much?
$2.40.
Nice.
In the third period, W. Maheen scored at 1:45, started scoring at 1:45. B. Bibby at 3:32. N. Cook at 4:19. And then T. Ward scored again for Atlanta at 11:53. At 12:24, it was A. Abram. And at 13:12, it was J. Brown finishing out the scoring. Hull got the win. He saved 20 of 23. Erot came in. He saved 1 of 3. Pogason saved 34 of 14 shots and of 40 shots. And Langley came in 9 saves out of 14 shots. So Hull got the win. Atlanta A. Ward had had a hat trick plus an extra goal. And W. Maheen had a hat trick plus 2 assists for 5 points in the game. Texas improved to 15-19-3. Atlanta drops to 8-32-1. By the way, on the Austin improves to 28-13-1. El Paso drops to 13-26-1. Next game was Louisville at Tulsa. S. Balcom started the scoring for Louisville at 4:56. 13:41, C. Tomchek. Scores that made the score 2-0. At the end of 1, shots on goal 24-6 in favor of Louisville. Second period, I. Erickson at 10:32. Uh, 6:44. R. Vitolo started the scoring at 10:32. I. Erickson made it 4-0 after 2. And this is when the blowout started happening. 128, D. Johnson. 139, 11 minutes later. 11 seconds later, J. Burdett. 4:17, I. Erickson. S. Balcom scored at 4:31. Jay Burnett at 14:25 and C. Tomchak at 17:54. Goalies were Huseman and Salverson. Huseman got the win. He saved all 14 shots he faced. And Salverson saved 59 of 69 shots. Erickson had 2 goals and 2 apples. Tomchak and Bennett each had 2 goals. Thomas had 3 assists. Merrick had 3 assists. And D. Rupel had 2 assists in the win. Tulsa, Louisville improved 36-1-3. Tulsa 34-1. The final shots on goal 69-14. The next game. This was another one that Butte went to yellow the Quake, and they won 11-1. This was not even a game. Langemo at 4:35. Then at 7:49, W. Viller on the power play made it 2-0. B. Asimo at 9:25. At 15:57, S. Pillington. And at 16:41, M. Lomheim. And at 19:40, K. Stineff made it 6-0 at the end of 1. Shots on goal 17-9 in the first period in favor of Boot. Second period, E. Langemo on the power play. Langemo on the power play at 5:24 the second. Yellow got their only goal. J. Carappa at 12:24 of the second made it 7-1. Each had 1 shot on goal in the second period. Third period, S. Pillington, 2:07, and Conklin at 2:52. B. Asimo at 10:21, and at 6:11, J. Campo. Nansen and Eberly were the goalies. Aber saved 1 of 6. Bailey came in. He saved 31 of 37. Nansen got the win. He saved 28 of 29. And the final game of the day was Gillette at Helena. This was the only close game of the day. Helena won 3-2. Game-winning goal came at 18:01 of the third period on a goal by Fertel. Fertel started the scoring on the power play at 10:48. Gillette made it 1-1 at the end of 1 on a goal by Merkman. In the second, Helena made it 2-1 at 16:59 on a goal by Darrell. And then Gillette came at, so that made the score 2-1, and Helene had 20 shots on goal to 4 for Gillette. Third period, Gillette tied it at 9:04 on a goal by R. Kirkman. The goalies were Cambensi and Appleman. And then at 18:01, M. Pertel scored the game-winning goal. Appleman got the win. He saved 25 of 27. Cambensi got the loss. He saved 44 of 47. Shots on goal in the third were 18 for Helene, 12 for Gillette. Final shots 47-27. So Helene improves to 34, 3, and 1. And Gillette drops to 17, 23, and 1. So that is our recap for today. Now let's go to the standings. In the Central Division, the West Bend Power clinched a playoff spot. Wausau clinched a playoff spot. Rochester clinched a playoff spot. Which is only, I'd say, 7 points between the first 3 teams. I mean, there's 3 points separating West Bend and Wausau, and 2 points. So at 5 points separates the top 3 teams. Then Wisconsin, and St. Louis. Wisconsin has 47, St. Louis has 33. Peoria has 20. They can still mathematically get into the playoffs. The only one in the East that's clinched the playoff spot is the Binghamton Buzz. Northeast Generals and New Hampshire tied for second at 47 points each. Norwich is 3 points behind New Hampshire and Northeast. Maine and New Jersey, 5th and 6th. Long Beach, 7th. Now, in the Frontier, Helene clinched the playoff spot. Then they clinched the division. They have 70 points. And there's only 2 points between the second, third, and fourth teams. Badlands has 53, Sheraton has 51, Great Falls has 51. And there's 5 points between 5th and 4th. The Bozeman Ice Dogs have 46. Boot has 37, Gillette has 35. Yellowstone only has 3 points. In the South, 4 teams have clinched: the Louisiana Drillers, the New Mexico Ice Wolves, Texas Brahmas, and Austin Ice Bats have clinched playoff spots. Texas is in 5th with 33. El Paso has 28, so that's 11 points between those two. Atlanta comes in with 17, Tulsa comes in with 9. And in the West, Granite City has clinched playoff and division. They have 61 points. They're 28, 7, 3, and 7 and 3. Alexandria comes in at second with 48. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are jockeying for position in that division. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on. Scoreboard, we don't have any games today. We don't have any games tomorrow. No games Wednesday. The next 2 games are on Thursday. Atlanta and New Mexico, Texas, the Brahmas and the Roadrunners. One's at 11 a.m. So we have 2 games on Thursday. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games on Friday. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games on Saturday. So let's see how many are Texas, and the Brahmas and the Roadrunners are 3-game series. This is going to be one game to watch, is West Bend at Wausau. That's one game that's going to be really watched, is the West Bend Power at Wausau. Long Beach comes to Binghamton for a 2-game series. Friday at 2. Saturday at, I think, 9. Yeah, 9 p.m. puck drop for Saturday's game. And Texas and the Brahmas are 3-game series. 11:45 on Saturday. 6:45 on Friday. And 4 p.m. on Thursday. That's going to be one game to watch too. That 3-game series could depending on the outcomes of those 3 games, that could have an impact on the standings for next week. Let me see if they have announced. No, they have not. So I will be back later on the audio network with the stars of the week. I will also be on the audio network tomorrow with news and notes. And that is something you're going to want to listen to on the audio network. Because I have some news from Binghamton. I'm still waiting to hear from the Coach G from Binghamton on what the magic number is to clinch the division. So I hope you guys have a good week. And I will be back later on the audio network with the stars of the week when they come out. Until then, you have a good rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day.